Stay as open as possible to everything. There are so many ways to work on trauma, anxiety, overcome fears, build confidence, make friends. You never know where the next insight will come from. I urge you not to limit yourself. Try things out. Take a chance every once in a while. There's a transformative quality about healing. It can cause you to evolve far beyond your current state. So allow yourself to do just that. Allow the process to take you in directions you would have never thought possible. For instance, if there's something you've been wanting to try that you may think isn't for you, or you may think is just a little too out there, definitely do your research. And at the end of that, if you still feel intrigued, I would say go for it. This is your quest. You're in charge of this voyage. When I first started out, my plan of action was very narrowly focused. I thought that healing could only come through certain avenues. And so I began to dismiss things that didn't fit into my narrow framework. Now, though I don't think that there's anything inherently wrong with this approach, I mean, even within a narrow framework, there could be multiple options, multiple approaches, so keep that in mind. And people have definitely healed this way. So if you found something that works for you, more power to you. However, in my experience, when I look back, some of the key pieces to my transformation came from things that I almost didn't try. An example that comes to mind for me is yoga. I was recommended by a customer at a health food store that I worked to try yoga as a way to work with my sciatica pain, but also as a way to get me out of my head and into my body. But I felt very self-conscious. The class was going to be held in public on a beach, and even though at this time I had been working on myself a good deal, I still was dealing with a lot of anxiety at the time. So the whole thing kind of sounded terrifying. And a little goofy, if I'm being honest. But somehow I ended up going. And I remember at the end of the first class feeling so calm and centered despite being on full display. And so I continued to do it, and it's still something that I do to this day. Did it solve all my issues? No. But it's introduced me to so many other things that have helped me along the way, like massage and breath work. Now, I'm not saying to force yourselves to try anything and everything. Definitely do your research, use your discernment, but in the cases where you genuinely feel curious about something, I think you owe it to yourself to at least give it a chance.